Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy and we're back with FM23 and Season 2 with IFK Goteborg. Today we have more UEFA Conference League qualifying. It is the 4th qualifying round, so if we get past this we will be through to the brand new league phase. Last time we got a massive upset result against Lazio, knocking out the Italians in the 3rd qualifying round, which has given us a draw today against Danish side Randers. And if we can beat Lazio, we can absolutely defeat Randers. So 2 legs today against the Danes, and we'll see if we can get past this and get through to the league phase of the Conference League, get through to the competition proper. If you're enjoying the series, as always, drop a like, leave comments, subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on, check out the 2nd channel down below, and let's jump into it. I'm hoping we can do well today. We did well to beat Lazio, and hopefully we can keep this momentum up and get past Randers and get to the next stage. We fought hard to get a draw in the Stadio Olimpico. Peñalosa, with our only shot on target, did get us a draw in Italy. We then lost against Haken in the league after that. But the home game against Lazio, Dahlberg had an absolute storming game in goal, man of the match performance, and Kulikov got the goal in the 63rd minute to give us the 1-0 win at home and send us through on aggregate to the next round. Excellent work by all, defended well. Lazio didn't take their chances. Immobile had so many chances, and we managed to get through. Fantastic. We played a game off camera hosting the champions Djurgårdens, the holders. We defeated them by 1-0. They didn't offer too much, had a few shots on target but didn't really create any big chances, and it was Hussein Karnel with the only goal, and that came inside 8 minutes. Throw-in came from a Kanate throw-in, and David Seger sent through Karnate and he scored with his right foot. It was a nice finish and it was an early goal, the only one. So that leaves the table looking like this with 9 games to go. We're still level on points with Elfsport, but their goal difference is slightly better. We do still have to face them in the league, so that's a game that we really need to win if we want to overtake them. Malmo are starting to drop points. They're 4 points ahead of us now, and they have slipped up recently. They've got defeats against Elfsborg and Djurgårdens, and they were held 4-4 by Halmstad and also drew against Norrköping. So Malmo are starting to drop points, and they're slipping up much like we did last season. We led for so long, and then we ended up slipping in those final sort of 10 games. We are also just 2 points ahead of Haken now after they beat us in the league, so that gap has shrunk. But we're looking on point to get European football again next season. I'm just hoping that we can maybe do a little bit better, go one better and maybe get the title, but we've got some work to do to catch Malmo. And we've already faced them twice and they did the double over us, so it's going to be hard to catch them up. But Elfsborg is a game that's coming up. It's our penultimate game of the season, so we will definitely do that on camera when we get to the end of October. But today, though, of course, we're focusing on the Europa Conference League and Randers, who have no manager. We've just defeated managerless Lazio after Maurizio Sarri left to become England manager. And the Randers coach has left the club, Thomasberg, to become the Denmark manager. So, like I said last time, we're probably the most feared team in Europe because managers see us and they just think, oh god, I need to get out of this club. But Randers is a side that I'm not overly familiar with. I don't really know sort of any of their players because I've heard of the club, I've heard of the name, and I think they won the cup last season. They did. They won the Sydbank Pokalen to get to the Europa League. So let's get into the first leg. Once again, we're away from home in the first leg, so we need to try and avoid defeat here and then try and get that win in the second leg at home. Make sure that we leave Denmark with something to play for. Svensson is the only player still injured. He's out for a couple of weeks with a back injury. Salamis and Olivieri will face fitness tests. Norlin is still unfit as well. We did change the system slightly for our Djurgårdens game just to try and get some fit players out. They've had a good rest now and they're doing okay. Okay, this is the side we've gone with. The performance hasn't been too bad. We want to see some form from some players. Markovic has been very poor recently, but we're going to give him the game just because Peñalosa is kind of tired. Up against the 4-4-2 of Randers with no manager. Well, they do have a manager, but their first team coach has left the club. We're setting up in that 4-2-4. Kulikov and Berg, the forwards. Plenty of options on the bench as well. Olivieri's back, so he might feature as well. But first leg in Denmark, we need a result here as the players come out and the anthem plays again. I actually got blocked in Russia the last video. I mean, there's worse places to get blocked for copyright than Russia. But yeah, it shouldn't really be happening because I know that FM have said that that shouldn't be happening. But you know, it's fine. It's Russia. I don't really care if they don't get to watch the video. I don't think I have anyone that's watched from Russia anyway, so it's fine. Rounders have a chance here. Shot from range is not on target. Here's Fredrik Nissen to Metu. Parkanate, who's done quite well in that left back position. He's been a good signing, actually, very good signing. One of our better signings of the save so far. Here comes Sebastian Olsen coming up from right back. Got a bit of space, probably too much space, but the cross doesn't find the red shirt. Here's Emil Markovic to Metu. He manages to keep the ball, goes for goal. It wasn't far off. He was heading towards goal, but it was just wide. Elias Hagen back in the side again. Ondrejka to Marcus Berg. That's a good ball for Kulikov. It's going to be forced a bit out wide here. That's a great ball for Hagen, and Hagen scores! It's 1-0 with 19.5 minutes on the clock. That's his first European goal, but he has got 5 in the league. He had a brilliant start to the season, Elias Hagen, and he gets his 6th goal of the season to give us the 1-0 lead in Denmark. Kulikov did well to win the ball, did get forced out wide a bit, but a great ball to Elias Hagen and a good first-time strike by the midfielder gives us that 1-0 lead. Good start to the game, and hopefully we can build on that. If we can take a healthy lead back to Sweden, then we'd be in a really good position. And I'm confident that we can win this quite thoroughly, this game. Corner kick with Bundgaard, though. Nissen wins the header. It wasn't the best set piece in the world. Here comes Kleisner into the middle for Anderson. And her, I don't know how you say that. Hooray, I don't know. Kleisner all the way back to the goalkeeper. Randa's happy to just keep the ball now, try and get some possession, but they've lost it. Here's Ondrejka to Marcus Berg. And another ball to Kulikov. Well controlled, and a lovely finish by Andrei Kulikov for his 12th goal of the season. And our lead is doubled 5 minutes before half-time. Great performance in the first half. And yeah, we are looking well on top. Randall's lost the ball quite cheaply. Marcus Berg with a great ball to Kulikov. Great control with the left foot. And then a lovely finish. Still time for maybe something else late in this first half here. Markovic's cross is blocked. And Anderson clears it away. Kalle Hansen, great header though. Hagen to Ondrejka. Over the top of the defender. But again, headed away. Bundgaard to Berg Johnson. Tosin's got some space here. Moving into the middle of the pitch. Bolkan Nordli. Good ball to Bundgaard. And Bundgaard puts the ball into the roof of the net. And Randers have a goal back before half time. That's his first of the season. And Randers now closing that gap. They've halved the deficit. Tosin with that run into the middle. Probably should have tracked him. Good ball to Bundgaard. And keeper is put on his butt. That's okay though. We're still leading as we go into half time. That is the sort of only chance Randers have really had. But we've been the better team in the first half. We need to stay on them though. Go into the second half. Let's try and extend that gap again. Get a third goal. And then we'll be in a good place when we get to the home leg. Corner kick here with Hagen. 5 minutes into the second half. Headed away. Kulikov has the ball. Here's Ondrejka. Have a go for goal. Go on. You've got loads of room. Ooh. It might have just grazed the crossbar there. It was just a little bit too high. Okay, we're an hour into the game. Ondrejka to Olsen. Ondrejka takes over but loses the ball to Bundgaard. Here's Anderson. Lauenborg to Johnson. And again, Randers just holding on to the ball here. Kallisser to Bundgaard. Nordli again has got some space on this left-hand side. Olsen's getting a little bit pulled away from him here. Not a good cross though. But Metu, lost the ball in the box. Not what you want to do. Kleisner with a chance to put it in there. And, it's poked in by Tosin Kahinde for his first goal of the season. But it's been disallowed. It's not going to count. We were 2-0 up in this game and we've just kind of dropped off a little bit. Odie was the one offside. Look at maybe making some changes because things have slipped up a bit. We're not keeping as much of the ball as we were. I'm just going to slow things down slightly and drop that tempo. And I'm going to make a change with Karnell coming on for Markovic. I'm going to make a few changes actually. Karlen's going to replace Metu. And Bungsberg's going to replace Nissen. Just trying to keep it fresh out there. A third goal would really be helpful. We're leading by 1. Which, to win in Denmark is a good place to be in. With a home leg still to come. But we need to keep our performance levels up. Because there's every chance that we could crumble at home, lose, and go out. So we really need to stay on them here. Kulikov to Carlen. Here's Hussein Carnell. I don't know where I got Homri from. Carlen to Berg. Carnell's away from him. He scored against Djurgårdens and he scored against Randers. It's 3-1 and we have our 2-goal cushion back with 20 minutes to go. And that's goals in back-to-back games for Hussein Carnell. He doesn't find himself a lot of football, but he's always amongst the goals when he's on. It's a good ball from Marcus Berg as well. And Carnell with that volley puts it in to restore that 2-goal cushion. We're going to take off Kulikov. We're going to bring on Olivieri. He's missed some game time with a hernia, I think it is. So we're going to give him 10 minutes or so here at the end of the game, just to try and get him his fitness back. He might get a goal here, actually. Carnet's taken the ball off of Anderson, and Carnet hits the post. Hagen's got the ball, but he's lost out to Lauenborg, and that was a chance for a fourth then, and that really would have put us in a good position. We were on top from start to finish. Randers didn't create too much, but they did give us a little bit of trouble, a couple of chances. We had 8 half chances. Look at the end of the game there. Look at all these little chances that we had. Yeah, we dominated that game, so we thoroughly deserve our win. And we're in a great position going into the second leg. I'm very confident that we can do well in the second leg and get through to the next phase, to the league phase. We are back and we are fresh off a convincing 4-0 win at home against strugglers Mjällby. We won a penalty early in the game, which Peñalosa converted. Olivieri got his first goal back from injury just before the hour. In the 68th minute, Carnell set up Abdullahi for a rare goal for him. And then with 10 minutes to go, Pontus Dahlberg with a brilliant distribution. Abdullahi heads the ball on for Olivieri for his second of the game as we won by 4-0. Very good performance against the stragglers, the bottom side. So into the second leg we go, and the team is in a good place in terms of fitness. We do also have Gustav Norlin back as well, so he could play. And given that we are in a pretty good position, I am going to make some changes. So Bruckner is going to start at right back. We'll bring Hagen back in. We won't make like wholesale changes. We'll just make like a few here and there. We'll give Markovic the game again. We'll go to Ondrejka. Where's Ondrejka? There he is. We'll go with Hausner and Cannon at the back. Wilfred Cannon doesn't get a great deal of games, so we'll give him the nod. Olivieri played well in his last game, so he's going to play once again alongside Marcus Berg. He's got double figures, Olivieri. He's gone under the radar a bit. He's been off for a while, but he's been playing just as well as Kulikov has. And Berg's been doing well as well in his final season before he retires. I think with Olivieri and Kulikov, we're in a good position once Marcus Berg retires. We've got 2 good centre forwards, I think. I'm going to start Adam Carlen in place of Metu. That's the last change I'm going to make. Okay, we're underway. We're going to do an immediate praise as we are 3-1 up. If you're encouraged going into a second leg, doesn't go well. Don't do it. Randers playing in the green. We're in our normal home kit. I still haven't got kits. I said I was going to do that like at the start of the save, and I still haven't done it. I don't have Kit Basher installed actually on my computer, so I might need to try and get that back. And if I can't get that back, then I'll just look online and see if I can find a kit pack for the Swedish league maybe. But we're keeping the ball here. 12 minutes into the game. Ball is back with Randers now in the green. Kallisur looking to go long. Oh, and he's found Odie. We haven't defended that well. And it's not been a good start. Randers lead in Sweden. And that was not good. Wilfred Cannon, we've given him the game today and he hasn't done well there. Kallisur with the long ball. Wilfred Cannon has got to do better there. You cannot let that bounce. And Odie has found a way through. This could be a rare opportunity for us to do a focus shout. Not something that works very well, as I think it works very rarely. Maybe it's time. Carlen to Hagen. Odie with the ball to Bungard. This is what I mean. Like, we needed a good performance in Denmark because there is every chance that we could crumble at home. And I may have made that come true. I really hope not, though. We need to win this. This is a big chance for us to get through to the league phase. Ondrejka is he going to get to that? I think Berg was well offside. Not Berg, Markovic I think was offside. Odie to Bungard. Randers have come here fighting, which I admire. Odie's through again here, and it's 2-0. They've immediately, within 15 minutes, they've completely closed that gap. We were 3-1 up, and it's gone within 15 minutes. They've rumbled us. And now we need to really fight for this because we're now at 3-all. We have just lost our lead. We've squandered it in 15 minutes. And I don't know where this has come from. Bruckner to Hausner. Did we over-rotate? Did we make too many changes? We'll see. Markovic. We need a good performance from him because he's not done well form-wise. We've played well, but he's not been part of that. Elias Hagen to Marcus Berg. Hausner. Bruckner. Again, good spell of possession here, but we need goals. We need a goal. We need to get back in front in this tie. Eman Markovic. Hagen looking for Marcus Berg. He's going to get there. The keeper's come out and got nowhere near it. And Marcus Berg restores our lead. It's 4-3 in aggregate. It's 2-1 to Randers on the night in Sweden. And we're not even 18 minutes into the game. Good spell of possession there. Just playing that patient game. And then a great ball by Elias Hagen. Marcus Berg gets there first. The keeper's in no man's land. Right, we're back in front. Here's Marcus Berg. Olivieri. Ondrejka. Hagen might have been in an offside position there, but he's missed it anyway. I'm going to go for a focus shout and see what happens. That's actually done well. Focus has done well. I like that. Not often you get a good focus shout. Okay, half time in the second leg. Right. Bit of a nervous start there. Randers came out of the blocks fast. They've got 2 early goals. We've got one back. We're back in front on aggregate. But we need to stay focused. I've got to go for... Oh, God, what do I even go for here? I'm going to go for a point finger. Do not get complacent. I think we make changes, like, before the hour. Because Cannon's not had a good game. Like, he's happy. He's single-minded, I like. Tronsen! Oh, God, a Tronsen goal would have been a rarity. I think Cannon's okay. Like, he had a mistake in the first half. I think we need to get him off. 6.3. We're going to get him off. We're going to bring on Fredrik Nissen. And then we're also going to take off Olivieri. He's not done too well today. Kulikov's going to go on up top. And Bruckner's going to come off. He's apprehensive. So... Olsen's going to go to right back, so we'll make those changes there. As it stands, we're still going through. It's 4-3 in aggregate. We are losing at home on the night, which is never good. Markovic with the ball hit by the corner flag and the cross to Kulikov. Kulikov with a header hits the post. He's got the ball back again, though, and he's lost it to Kleisner. We've got like 30 seconds left in the game. As it stands, we're going through to the league phase of the Europa Conference League. There's literally, like 20 seconds to go. And we've got the ball. So if we just hold on to it, keep it in the corner, then we'll be through. Anderson's got to send this up the pitch to get something here, and it's not good. Nissen's got the ball. It's Adam Carlen. It's Ondrejka, and that will do it. It's full time, and we're through to the league phase of the Europa Conference League. We lose on the night. Randers with a great start to the game with 2 goals inside 4 minutes, or within 4 minutes of each other. But we get the goal back through Marcus Berg not long after that. Literally all 3 goals coming in the space of about 5 or 6 minutes. But the 2-1 defeat on the night still means that we win 4-3 on aggregate. And that gives us a solid £2.5 million for qualifying for the league phase. Brilliant stuff. And we have our fixtures for the group phase. So there's 6 pots. Now's the time for us to talk about how this works. So it's a new format. Every team plays 6 matches against different opponents. So no groups, nothing like that. It's all one big league, 36 teams in it. So there are 6 pots. Each team will play 1 team from each pot to make up their 6 total fixtures. So our fixtures, we have a home game against Trabzonspor. Then we've got 3 away games in a row against Tirana, which is that the capital of Albania? I think that's Albania. Skendia, which I think is North Macedonia. Eintracht Frankfurt. It's going to be a very, very tough game. Then it's Rijeka at home of Croatia, who were very big rivals of ours in the Stour save. Rijeka are a bit of a nemesis of ours. A bit more about that maybe a bit later on. And then our final game, we're at home against Maccabi Tel Aviv. So our home games, I think we should be able to win. We've got tough trips to Albania and Macedonia. And then we've got that really tough game in Germany against Eintracht Frankfurt. 20th coefficient. And... one of the best sides still in the competition, I think. To get through to the round of 16 of the Conference League, you've got to finish in the top 8. And if you do want to get through to the playoff and, continue in the tournament, you've got to finish in the top 24. So the bottom 12 sides will go out of Europe. 9th to 24th will get you through to the round of 32, or the first knockout round. and then the top 8 go straight through to the last 16. That's how it works. We're going to try and get through, get top 24, maybe push for top 8. I think we've got some games there which I think we can win, but it's a massive league format. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But looking at these games, I feel like we can get some good results in there. Trabzonspor, I think we can beat at home. Tel Aviv is going to be a difficult one, but we'll try and beat them. Rijeka as well. Difficult games there, but, the home advantage might help. Tirana and Scandinavia, tough trips away from home. Frankfurt will be a free hit. We'll try and get something from that, but Frankfurt are a very, very good side. I'm really interested to see how this goes. So what we're going to do, next episode, we're going to play that first league game, the home game against Trabzonspor from Turkey. So 4 league games off camera. Away game is against Varbergs and Kalmar. Home game is against Varnam and Sirius. We've got a cup game in there as well against Dalkurd. So we'll do those off camera, and next time we'll have our first league phase game of the Europa Conference League. Home game against the Turks Trabzonspor. It's going to be a very sort of confusing to say the Europa Conference League phase. That's a mouthful. They need to change it. But interested to see how this format goes. I don't think they know what the actual format's going to be. I don't think UEFA know what the actual format's going to be, and it's going to be happening next summer. So they need to work it out because, I don't know how this is going to go, and I'm not sure if I like the format or not. I guess we'll see once it actually happens. But more sides in Europe. It's good for the smaller nations to get that money, but again, are they really going to progress that far? I guess we'll wait and see. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. And we've done really well to get through to the Europa Conference League proper. Lazio was a massive upset, and I'm so happy we got through that. And we were really good against Randers. Bit of a hiccup at the start of the second leg, but really impressive to get through the way we did. 4-3 on aggregate, and we're through to the league phase. So we're into the Conference League proper, and hopefully we'll get a bit of TV money from this, and try and really bump our finances up, and that will hopefully give us a good chunk of money to spend in the transfer window. But we'll come back to the Conference League next time. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.